What's going on, everyone? HellaBass live on a Friday night. Cheers. What do I got on my eyes are right there? It's like a little white spot. This is just gonna be a chill hangout section. Excuse me. Since we couldn't go live for Wednesday because I was working. Do some Q&A. Look at some tackle that I bought, some tackle that was sent in for donations for eBay. We're gonna list some stuff on eBay. You guys can get the sneak peek on what's going up on the auctions. Eat a couple cheese puffs. Finish my dinner. Cali was exhausting, ton of travel. It takes like a whole day to get out there and a whole day to get back from here. But we survived. Put us behind the week. But other than that, good. I think I'm going fishing tomorrow on the Mississippi River. Pool 4. Start scouting for the St Jude tournament. So here's one of the things I need to ship today. This was one of the baits that I donated to the eBay, which was a TK square bill that I won in a camper giveaway, and I donated it to the raffle. So this one's going to get shipped out. Labels printed. Go in the mail tomorrow. BK is looking at a boat tomorrow. Is it the one down? Is it the Cat in Iowa, or is it a different one, Brian? Hackney took the win. It's been so busy. I flipped on like 5 minutes of the MPFL on my phone live on YouTube today, and didn't get to really watch it. But that's cool. Hack Attack is back. Let's go. I'm almost done with my last few Dots pretzels here. That's cool. Fishing boat docks? So Drunkwood's calling me. I'm not sure why. A Triton. You're looking at 18 or 19? What year? There's a couple of model years of like the early 2018s. We're done snacking. So we're gonna hang out, chat about the MPFL. I think that's the one my buddy Paul Coffey had, and it was a sled out of the hole. But I am not. Is it a TR 186? So yeah, and Frank Scalish is going on the camper stream tonight with TK. So that's cool. But we need to get some things listed on the old eBay tonight. And I was like, I need to owe you a stream, need to hang out at the same time. Let's try to kill two birds with one stone and see if this is a disaster or if it works. What's up, Bobby Balsa? Got a little box right here from Bobby Balsa. We're going to open up. He made some generous donations to the eBay St. Jude auction for kids. So we're going to peek in that, and that's going to be going up on the eBay auction sites. Before we get into, in case I forget, super big thanks to the people that have bid. Been pretty successful so far. Pretty excited about that. I don't want to shout out anybody by name unless they want to be. Nope, not. Fridays are a lot of honestly nights that I get the best numbers. I should even think about streaming more on Friday nights. But the thing is, when we get in the summertime, I'm usually that's a travel day or a fishing day. So I don't know. Speaking of AJ's wiggle warts are killing it. The man. Let's see here. Burp, burp, burp. Oh, no. All right. So with 2 hours and 25 minutes, AJ's fine work is doing quite well for the kids, which is awesome. So shout out to AJ. And if you haven't followed AJ on YouTube at Horseshoe Custom or Facebook or Instagram, go give him a follow. He's been doing some cool painting videos as well. Here's another one that just got listed, 2 pair in kind of a Phantom Nebraska craw wigglewort. TK's got a couple of custom 4S crankbaits and some Bagleys that just got listed that are more to come. I got a Skeeter hat out here for anybody that 1 hour left on a $4 Skeeter hat. So if you got a Skeeter, check these out. But we're going to start listing some of the other stuff. You guys are going to be the first to know. And if you don't want to bid, can't afford to bid, you can share this link with somebody that might be interested. So that's also an option. Yeah, I am compelled to want to get me some more Wiggleworts and send them to you, AJ, and find someone with clear bills to get me some of these Phantom Nebraska warts. And then we preserve. AJ hates doing it, but for the kids, per my request, he keeps the stamp intact so you can preserve it. Whether you want to like collect it or fish it or resell it someday, you can prove that it's an OG Wigglewort. Which I think is pretty cool. Bobby says, challenge. Let it bid him up on the hat. So, what else? I think we got some stuff scheduled to go live tonight. Let's see here. Mm. Come on. Let's see here. Where are the scheduled ones? So there's a couple things scheduled. I need to get more things scheduled, but I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. So, wrong screen. All right. So we have another set of Wiggleworts and Candy Craw. So they're like a red shiny craw. And a Powerhouse lithium battery. I think both of those start tonight. Soon. Like in the next 15, 20 minutes, these are going up. So there's a 36 volt, 40 amp trolling motor battery, $750 or $795 battery. We're starting that at $100. Starting 2 custom wiggle warts for AJ for 99 cents. I'm trying to wrap up all of the auctions by the end of next weekend, Bobby. So there's going to be a lot of stuff getting listed tonight, tomorrow night, and probably Sunday. And I don't really want to push it much past that. And I should mention this Wednesday, the 23rd, Dane is coming on. I'm gonna have some other special guests, and we're gonna do some cool live stuff. My idea, just to prepare you for this, we will be ad-free, no monetization on the 23rd. And what I'm asking for is for people during the show to go out to the St. Jude site and make $10 donations. If you make a $10 donation that night, I'm hoping to get like 50 to 100 people to make a $10 donation. And then I'm going to have a pile of stuff to give away, is the idea. Like 15, 20 things that are worth anywhere from like $20 to $100. So trying to make it so inviting that you can't possibly not want to donate $10 for a chance at what we're doing. Let's see here. I have some notes here. So I'm gonna have a $100 Dobbins reel on Wednesday night. A $25 Arsenal Excalibur pliers. We're gonna have like a $50 kit of Bass Tech tungsten jigs. We're gonna have a handful of DC swim baits. We're gonna have another one of TK's crankbaits. So if you can't afford to bid or buy on one, this is your chance to get something that TK painted in a drawing. I'm gonna give away some of these Strike Force attractants, fish attractants, 2 bottles. That'll be one thing. Chatty's Boys $25 gift card. An Omnia Pro membership worth $59. And if you already have Omnia Pro, they'll give you a gift card. A pack of Northland mullet hair jigs, a pack of Bagley crankbaits, a voucher for a custom Arsenal fishing jersey worth $85, an Arsenal Nico kit, an Arsenal, maybe some other Arsenal stuff. We'll have a Voselka custom swag kit. So those, and then more to come. So Wednesday night, 8:00. So this Wednesday coming up at 8:00 is we're going to do the live kind of streamathon. And so my plan is to have like 15 to 20 prizes all listed. I'll have them there. And throughout the show, we'll draw and we'll have some guests on. I'll have some people come on, talk about St. Jude's, maybe see if I can get TK or AJ to come on for a little bit, talk about some of their crankbaits, some of that stuff. So mark your calendars. I already have the stream scheduled. So if you go to my YouTube channel and go on live, you should be able to hit remind me so that you get a notification if you want. It's already been scheduled. So looking for that. So let's see here. What should we look at first? What is this? That's personal stuff. Let's see here. So some things we need to list are in this box. Yeah, I think the only way, maybe quad box. The only way to do it fair, I know there's a lot of you that have already donated, but the only way to keep it fair, and that's why I'm keeping it low. You know what I mean? For like $10. So if you already donated 25 or 50 or whatever, that's awesome, much appreciated. But I'm gonna request that you kick in $10 for those drawings that night, because otherwise there's no way for me to track it and go back how many people donated like a month ago. It's gonna be really difficult. So I hope you can understand that. So this will be one of the giveaways. The Arsenal Excalibur pliers. I also going to put one of these up on eBay tonight. So there's going to be, obviously some of the custom cranks and stuff that AJ and TK did are awesome, and they're fetching an awesome amount of money for the kids, I want to put some stuff on the site that maybe goes for 20 bucks, maybe goes for 25, maybe it goes for 15, but that gives you a chance to get something and still help. And I have it marked. So if you don't know, like literally, I have it arranged so that every auction shows, and you can see this. You can see it says benefits charity right on there. Literally, all the money, all this $256 goes right to St. Jude. I don't take any of it. Doesn't come to me first, and I resend it. It goes direct to them, and then we get to tally it up for our fundraiser for the tournament. The only thing I collect is the shipping, and then I basically use the shipping money just to pay for the label, and that's it. And if I end up with extra money in shipping at the end, I'll just donate that to St. Jude. So literally, outside of shipping, 99 cents or 99% of everything goes to St. Jude. Yeah, so tonight we're just talking about it, JJ. So next week on Wednesday, or this week on Wednesday, I should say, that night you basically can put in I'll put a link in the chat to our page where you can donate. And this page here, and you can donate $10 that night. I'll put the link, and you can just like put live or something that says it's from that night, and we can track all those, and then I'll do drawings throughout the night. So you put in one $10 donation, and you'll have a chance at like 15 to 20 prizes. So we're just talking about what's coming up Wednesday night. And I just don't know how that's going to work. Hopefully, I get more than like 5 people to donate $10. And it makes it worthwhile, but we're gonna try it. So but otherwise tonight I'm gonna try to get some of the auctions up and hang out and chat. So if people got questions, if there's stuff they want to talk about, I'm gonna open some of the stuff that we're doing, maybe open some of the other tackle that I bought for myself, and basically hang out for about an hour and a half until Tacklecraft goes live on his Patreon, and then I'll probably keep listing stuff and get my stuff ready for going fishing tomorrow while listening to TK later. So have you been out fishing, JJ, on the river? What's the bite like? What are the fish doing? Right on, Bobby. Yeah, I feel like St. Jude is a good one. It's easy to get behind. They have a great track record. Yeah, I don't think we can say that enough, Travis, is how awesome a job that TK and obviously the time they put into it, the creativity, um, it really they went above and beyond, and it's awesome. And if you can't bid on them, you can thank AJ and Tacklecraft by going to their YouTube channels and their Instagrams and their Facebooks and subscribing and thanking them and liking them, sharing their posts. Like that's all for free. If you feel the appreciation, then as much as I do, then that's another thing you can do. Ooh, no bueno, JJ. Yeah. Bobby says St. Jude related top 3 charities, which is awesome. Only 2 hours on the river. All right. I feel like with this warm week, I feel like tomorrow could be a pretty good day on the river. Yeah. TK needs to get to 500 subs. Last I checked, he was 498. So we don't got a ton of. One of us recently passed 500, AJ, because you're actually producing content. But Tacklecraft. He's at 498 subscribers. I know we don't have like a million people here tonight, but if you're watching and you can tap over on at tacklecraft.com on Facebook or on YouTube and subscribe, and let's get him to 500 tonight. Should we check out Old Horseshoe Custom while we're here as well? Well, I can't spell. Horseshoe Tackle 515. And if you actually want to see painting and baits, AJ's actually been posting to his YouTube, so you can actually see content if you go and want to say thanks to AJ as well. What a relief that you didn't get skunked, Bobby Balsa. Do we hit it? He's still at 498. What are we doing, people? Are we saying that everybody here is already subscribed to Tacklecraft on YouTube? Let's see here. So here's a couple other things I got in the draft here that I need to get listed. So I just took pictures of the Arsenal custom pliers. We have a Velselka custom fishing rod. So Dane, who I'm fishing with, builds custom fishing rods. So that'll be like a $300 value. We'll probably start that at like maybe $100. But you basically can pick out whatever rod you want from him, and he'll custom build it for you. He's got a walleye custom ice fishing rod as well. So those are some things. I also need I need to make the listing for the HellaBass fishing experience to get listed tonight. So we'll work on, maybe we'll work on that listing here in a little bit. Maybe you guys can help me craft it. Stainless steel. Mm-hmm. See here. What I should start these for like $10. I gotta weigh these bad boys quick. 11 ounces. Try to get them as accurate as possible, so you guys will pay the least amount for shipping, and you can see here, and then see, this is where I list everything to charity and make it 100%. I want to get some language from the Arsenal site here quick. A few wiggle O's. Is this like the worst, most boring stream you've ever seen in your life, or not that bad? I think we're ready to let this one fly. It'll be live. List it. 50 minutes left on the Skeeter hat. It's going for $4 if there's any Skeeter. Somebody message Andy Nichols and tell him to bid on this. He owns a Skeeter. Was it the real Brandon Tolinick or the fake Brandon Tolinick on TikTok? No, I don't really want to go through those. I don't want people seeing what the bids are on. I should actually like this. I guess Bobby also already committed that he was the leader in the Skeeter hat. Uh, should be an easier button for like just listing something. But did anybody watch Greg Hackney? What was he doing on Norman to get the dub, and how much did he win by? Bobby is begging for somebody. Somebody know somebody that's got a all right. We do need a photo. Let's start with this photo for now. Maybe there's going to be somebody that comes in and swoops it. We could talk about the boat accidents. Those are very unfortunate. Absolutely. I mean, I was busy traveling. I didn't get into it. Decided it really wasn't worth making a video on. It wasn't something that I think really needed to be. I don't know. I think we need to talk about it, but I didn't want to make a video for the sake of making a video without having some kind of like take. Like it felt like there was some videos out there that were kind of like just chasing views and um but yeah, I mean clearly when and I don't know what happened. So I don't want to point any blame. Obviously there was fatalities in this crash. So I mean I'm not even going to probably mention the angler's name that was in the uh but it was during it seemed like from what I understand close to the takeoff or early morning takeoff um on Smith Lake, which is known to be this windy, narrow place in portions. That's where the Aaron Britt accident was. It's not far from where this was, like several years ago. And evidently, one of the anglers hit another boat that was fishing, a fishing guide with 2 passengers or a couple passengers. Maybe there was more passengers, and my understanding is that 3 of the occupants of the boat that was hit, uh, didn't make it. The boats were in really bad shape. I'm sure there was other injuries. It's not good, like, but, maybe, sunrise in the face, a little bit of fog, trying to drive 75 miles an hour down a river through boat wakes. It's not a good situation. So, I mean, it's really easy to get caught up when you're fishing a tournament and feeling like you got to beat somebody to some spot you have. But in the end, when there's fog or rain or crowded conditions or, bad weather or whatever it is, sometimes you just have to put yourself in check and do what's safe. And I don't know. That's my assumption, is that obviously it wasn't a safe situation or it wouldn't happen. Maybe that other boat was moving. Maybe there was something else going on. I have no idea. But if you're driving 45 or 50, you have a lot better reaction time than you do at 75. I don't know if this is going to change anytime. I mean, if we're ever going to see any, like, the Champions Tour has a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. The tournament circuit I'm fishing this year, I'm not saying all tournaments should have a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. In certain situations, should we have some limits on certain lakes, that things like that? In certain situations, maybe. The reason they do it on Champs Tour is because they have officials that are high school anglers. Um, so let's see. All day fishing experience in my Cayman CX Center. You can pick where and what you want to do within a 4-hour drive of Minneapolis. Food, rods, life jackets, tackle, all provided. You just need proper clothing and a fishing license and a positive attitude. You pick your desired body of water, type of experience you want. I will film it and provide the best experience possible and edit a video for your keepsake and memories. I do have to be in the boat for liability reasons, Rich G. So what do you guys think of this idea? Like, so examples could be example trips. Northern country smallmouth experience on Mille Lacs or Vermilion. Could be Upper Mississippi frogging and smallie combo could be Okoboji or Big Stone, Giant Bass Chase. Uh, yeah. Minnesota Hidden Gem Small Lake Explorations. Could be a teaching day on the water, a day of big swim baits. So, yeah, frogging on the river, frogging on Pigstone, boat dock fishing on Okoboji. I don't know, right? Get this for yourself and a good friend or loved one. So I mean, like you could get this, bring your son, you bring your dad, you bring your brother, you bring your mom, you buy it for your brother. Like that's my idea. And about 4 hours. So like 4 hours in Minneapolis, you think about that. We can go pretty much to Vermilion. We can go to Leech. Um, we can go to Woman Lake. We can go out and fish the South Dakota lakes like Big Stone and some of those border lakes. We can go all the way down to Okoboji. We can go all the way down to like pools 8, 9, 10 of the Mississippi River. We can go into western Wisconsin and some of those small lakes. We could do, Shawamigan Bay. Uh, like think of that circle. Like, I mean, for a lot of you, if you're willing to drive a day and I'm willing to drive 4 hours, we can probably make it work. I'll pack sandwiches. Maybe we'll catch some walleyes. We'll slit their throats and we'll cook them on shore with a real shore lunch. Like, yeah, anything's possible. If you want to go catch small smallmouth and eat them, we'll do that. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll need some lefty. I yeah, we'll have some lefty reels just in case. Or if somebody wanted to bring their own lefty reels, if they're an angler already, that would be an option as well. But I'll provide the gear. What should we start this at? So, starting bid 250. Yeah, this is a HellaBass experience. Maybe both, AJ. It depends on what they want to do. It's up to the person that wins it. If they might, if you want to drive around and graph all day and just hang out and eat sandwiches and not even fish, we'll do that. If you want to raptor down the Camus and fish for bluegills, we'll do that. If you want to troll, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'll do my best to figure it out and we'll troll for walleyes. I think the Camus can handle it. So it's 4 hours, HellaBass Camus experience, up to 2 people. And if recorded, filmed, documented, made into a video. If you want the video to be public, we'll make it public. If you want it privately, it'll be private. But you get to choose whatever you want to do, where you want to go, and we'll make an experience of it and have a good time and make a memory for you. And you want to do it yourself, you can. If you want to bring a loved one, a father, an uncle, a son, daughter, mother, stranger, like, and it'll all go to St. Jude's. And promise to have a good time. Should we schedule this a little later? Should we just let it rip? Burr, 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 burr. I'm in Minnesota, so it's a 4-hour drive from Minneapolis. But if you wanted to fly in, I'd pick you up at the airport and drive you 4 hours. And if this goes well, maybe we'll consider, something else. Changing the parameters in the future. But this is what we're going to try for now. Schedule the listing 4/18. It's weird that they always do the specific time. So this will go live here in like 25 minutes. Dinner and a movie. If you just want to do dinner and a movie, absolutely. I would prefer that we go fishing at some point, but if you want to come in early and go to dinner, we can do that too. It's an idea for next year, Kyle. Bobby says that's sick. I want to add a few more photos to that though, as well. I feel like we need a picture of AJ with a smallie. So I mean, if you watched the TK AJ fishing trip where TK came up north the year before last, that's what I'm envisioning. Caro, if you want me to drag you around in your kayak behind the KMS as an experience, we can do that. Or you can leave your kayak at home. You can bring your hubby up. We'll go fishing all day. I'll meet you in Iowa. I'll drive 4 hours to Okoboji. You drive 8 hours from Arkansas, and we'll go fishing. That's the idea. If you want to catch your first smallie, I'll bring you a place where we can catch you your first smallie. If you want to catch your first walleye, I'll do my best to try to do that, but I won't guarantee it. If you want to catch northern pike, you probably could guarantee that. If you want to make sure your kids catch them fishing, we'll bring some panfish poles and make sure we catch some fish. So that's going to start here in like 25 minutes. And it's going to run all week. So you're going to have a full week to get your bids in and make decisions. And you basically, I mean, it might be nice to get it like given and done within a calendar year, but we'll make it work. Like whatever works. And if it's in the wintertime, maybe I'll drive a little further down south and meet somewhere. And if you got questions, you can definitely send me like, would this work? I'll bid on it if we can do this. Like, I mean, within reason, if it's a reasonable drive and we can make it work, or I would love to do it. Two smallies, both 10 inches and under, no walleye. If you can get up here, I'll drag you to Vermilion and we'll catch both. It's a long drive to the Everglades for me. Not exactly, Bobby. The further you go north, there's a lot more, but like places where I'd feel really confident that we would catch us. It depends on the time of year. Like there's places that, like in the springtime, I could probably feel confident I could put you on a smallmouth on Lake Minnetonka, but other times of the year I would not feel so confident. But if we drove 90 minutes to 2 hours from my house, I'd feel really, really confident we get on smallmouth. We can go to the Mississippi River and feel pretty confident. AJ, you just never stop giving. Uh, if somebody wants to go to the Great Lakes where I'm not so confident, I will put in my best effort. So I'm gonna work on adding some photos here. So yeah, that will be done. All right. So other things from Arsenal Fishing. Got a couple Ned kits. One of these will be on the eBay, and one of them is going to go in the winner's drawing for next week. Same with the pliers. So you get, let me show you what's in the kit here. You get a medium battalion bag, which is sweet for storing gear. If you don't want to use it, store it, you get 3 packs of the ballistic Neds. This is like their morning dawn color, morning dew, which is a really sweet chatterbait trailer for these new pink micro chatterbaits. And then you get a pack of green pumpkin and black and blue flash Neds. You get a pack of the tiny baby little rattles if you want to make rattling Neds. And then you get 3 packs of tungsten Ned heads. You get 1 pack of weedless chartreuse, and then traditional 16th and 8th ounce in green pumpkin and black. So like that'll be a kit you can bid on eBay. You'll probably start that at like $10 or something. So we're gonna have some things that are at all price ranges for the auction. Let's see. Should we look at what Bobby sent? Because I'm not even so sure what's in here. Yeah, little rattles are great for Nikos. All right. So Bobby can probably talk a little bit about where we're going. He's got me some listings and stuff, but Bobby sent all kinds of goodness in here. Look at all that. So we've got a vintage Smithwick Bojack in red coach dog. So a lot of what Bobby generously sent is some rare balsa crankbaits. So these will probably all get listed individually. This is a vintage Walt Lawrence Wally G, kind of a flat-sided square bill. The Bojack is more of a rounded, kind of like a Big O style crank, I would say. The some of the descriptions behind the bait here. This is an OG Steve Blazer Tennessee Tuffy tap. So this is a coffin style flat side, kind of a chartreuse black back. Let me put the labels the other way on these so I can read them. Ooh. All right. This is a rare vintage Jim Holler gulp crank. kind of a lime fire tiger. But wait, there's more. This little guy here is a vintage Kelvin Johnson Bagley mod. So I believe that black spot, right, is a rattle model modification. And then I think it's got a custom round lip mod as well for this Bagley. Little custom glitter. Oh, look at this. Bobby threw in a Marty Burns TK. I think that's what's this called? What's the Bagley color? It's a DC9. Is that right? The DC TK's version of a DC9 in the Marty Burns. What is that? A B2? Something like that. Then we've got a little flat side foil job there. An EOB. Gosh, my eyes are getting terrible, Bobby. It's an Eder. This is the Eders. So work on listing some of these tonight. We got a little check out this little faded dolphin square bill gem. This is an Ira Seas balsa. Tank tested. Got the line at tiny little square bill. I got cheaters. I think they're sitting around here somewhere. I have to break them out. I can see what it says in this package now. In my defense, this black on red print is terribly different contrast to read. Yeah, Edder's custom balls. I can then see it with my cheaters on, but it's not the easiest. It draws your attention to the package, but it's not that easy to read. Yeah, an Ira. So these are all going to get listed in the next 72 hours. Probably spread them out a little bit. Look at visor. Your cheaters just stay up there easy peasy. All right. Crank square bill, crank 1.5. West England balsa. Flat side, shad color foil. Does it make me look smarter when I wear the cheaters, Kyle? Is this the W? Oh boy! It's a good thing you got the hook hangers on there. Would it take? Yeah. That other one's a wee bait. Is that the? This is the wee bait. Here's a WEC. An E2 Craw red color. That's one I'm actually somewhat familiar with. And another WEC, I think. Z 100, kind of a root beer. Yeah, Z200. So 2 zooms. That's it. That's all Bobby sent. Hats off to Bobby Balsa, everyone. Balsa version of a bandit. Cool. I'm gonna need some help getting these listings right so that we can do them justice. So I'll be sliding into the DMs. Probably not gonna do that tonight. It's gonna take a little more attention from me because but super cool stuff. So if you want a little bit of balsa history in your collection, that'll be coming out. So I think I'm gonna. I just realized I got some of these bass fishing cards. I think we'll put some of these in the giveaway for Wednesday night, just as more fun stuff to like give out. All right, we've only got about 20 more minutes here. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully you recover and you can restock, Bobby. We know that that's probably like the last 10 crankbaits you have. You guys want me to list another thing or no, well, let's show off this stuff. You guys can help me with this. Yeah. Bonus giveaway perks. So let's talk about DC swim baits. Generous enough. He sent 2 of his new 7-inch the boots. One in kind of like a dark bluegill and one in, we call it more of a golden shiner. He also donated his more 6-inch traditional weedless in a kind of a shad and kind of a perch. Which one do you guys want to see in the giveaway? We should do a poll here. Do a poll. Let the viewers decide. Click here. See here. You guys will decide. So 7.5-inch golden shiner, 7.5-inch dark gill, 6-inch perch. Then the rest of them are probably going on eBay. And then 6-inch gizzard shad. I can't see that far in the future. I can only see like this far in front of my face, Kyle. They only help me read things that I see really well, except for little stuff right in front of my face. Yeah. I can see that I'm going fishing tomorrow, Kyle. How's that? Here's the Bass Tech pack. It'll go on eBay. We'll have something similar for the Gibby here, but 1 pack tungsten shaky heads, 1/2 ounce crawdad football jig, 1/2 ounce green pumpkin black brown football jig, 1/2 ounce green pumpkin flipping jig, 3/8 ounce black and blue flipping jig, and then a pack of the tungsten weedless nets. That'll be the what'll go up on for the Bass Tech side of things. So far the golden shiner. Oh, it's neck and neck between the gizzard shiner and the golden shiner. Let's see here. The listing stuff on eBay was less productive than I imagined. So there'll be both Bass Tech stuff in the giveaways night and in the eBay stuff both ways. Omni is making an appearance. Arsenal, Powerhouse, Dobbins, all the above. Maybe I should give away a HellaBass merch. Let's add that to the list so I remember for the giveaway. HellaBass swag merch choice. So somebody wins, they can pick a t-shirt, a hoodie, and I'll just order it and send it to them. What did I order from Omnia? So they had one of these for like $4. Like this was the last color and it was marked down. So I bought that to either fish or send it to AJ or TK. What else did I buy from Omnia? Let's see. I bought a bunch of these. I didn't know which were the best sizes, so I just ordered like all the sizes. But I bought some of the Geek Crack Nico hacks just to try them out for like maybe some of the smaller worms. I obviously use the Arsenal bands a ton, but I just want to see what these did as well. And then I bought some of the Core Tackle strut heads. This is their new like strolling head. I'm kind of a fan of what Matt Steffen's doing, so I want to try some of those out. He almost bought those DTs. There was only one left, AJ. And I think it allowed me to use my code on it. So there's the strut head, which looks like, if we're being, you could say it looks a little bit like a heart or a butt or a pair of testicles. But that's the strolling strut head from Core Tackle. We'll try that. And then I tried one pack of the little scamper jigs for fluke fishing. So you thread your fluke up on that, and then your weight's on the inside. So it's similar to the rig that Matt Becker used, where you take a straight shank hook and you wrap lead wire around it and use that for a fluke. So we'll try the scamper rig as well. Um, Golden Shiner, 40%, huh? Yep. We'll give it a couple more minutes here. All right. And then I have some other stuff that I bought. Because what good fishing junkie? I had to get some stuff because every now and then somebody has an exclusive somewhere that I just have to try. So to get myself to throw more glide baits this year, I bought some little tracers to put on the back of my glide baits to make them easier to see. I grabbed a couple Mini Max Evos. It seems like that's the trend. And these are exclusive. So I'm going to test these out because there was a lot of interest in my video about the Baby Jack. So I want to see if the Evo Mini Maxes were on par. And then I heard Casey Scanlon talking about the spinner baits that he was using on his win on the one-day shootout on Norfolk, and I wanted to check them out. So it's an Ozark Flash Trophy Bass Co. But the interesting thing is, so hammer gold with painted chartreuse, and then hammered gold with painted white on the back. So might be trying this out at the Jude a little bit. Maybe throw this tomorrow on the river. We'll see. Probably will test the mini Evo tomorrow. These? Which ones are you talking about? Where did you find those? I just showed 5 things in the last 3 minutes. You're gonna have to be more specific, Brian. Yeah, this is supposed to be an Ozark killer. So which thing are you asking about, Brian? Be more specific. The minis. Those are a Tackle Warehouse exclusive, the mini Evos. Every now and then, Tackle Warehouse gets a few dollars from me because they have stuff that's exclusive that I can't get at Omnia. So couldn't get this at Omnia. Couldn't get this at Omnia. So had to buy a couple things. No Rapala Bronco bugs? I have Rapala Bronco bugs already. Not handy, but I've got them. I actually did well flipping leech in the reeds. It was pretty good. I like the regular Evo a lot. So let's see. 40% golden shiner. This is going to be the 7.5-inch golden shiner will be the giveaway for the HellaBass Live on Wednesday night next week or this week. So we'll set that aside. And maybe we should list one of these. I think I actually have these listed in my phone. Welcher, pure destruction. That's right. Yep, I'll see some of you guys in the camper stream here. It's in 15 minutes, right, AJ? Let's get one of these swim baits listed up so we can space them out a little bit here. Uncle Frank. Got to go pull a prime rib. Look at you, like a keto carnivore, AJ. All right. Drafts. So DC swim baits 6. No, this is the new 7.5-inch boot swimmer. Yeah. Got our description here. So the all 7-inch to boot is true self-correcting boot tails with a hard head design. It can be fished at the slowest speeds, no rollover, hard head design. We really need to get that. Did not want to do that. It's super annoying that that happened. Only a little bit of time left on the the wiggle warts. Gotta make sure we put this down here. Let's see here. Fish species, all freshwater. Does he have a name for this on his site here? Gill. What's going on in the sandwich? What sandwich? Oh, AJ's sandwich. Chipotle sounded good until now. Barbecue for dinner? Carol, you didn't. Where's mine? Let's see here. What's $35 MSRP? So what do we start these at? 20? See, what does this thing weigh? Yeah, we can ship that for 3 ounces. And we have to remember to edit it for charity. St Jude, 100%. So that is going up for the kids. List it. So we can get a fresh look here at got an hour and 19 minutes left on those wiggle warts from AJ. Got a week left. No bids yet on the HellaBass experience. We got 6 days left on these warts. 4 minutes left on the Skeeter hat. Come on, somebody wants a Skeeter hat for $4. And if you want, I should mention that anything you're bidding on, if there's multiple things, if I can, I will combine shipping. So if you want to wait for the invoice and you're still bidding, you can just send me a note. 6 days left on the so there'll be a lot of stuff. A lot of things are going to end the next 6 to 9 days, and a lot more stuff coming up here. So the Arsenal Pliers is up. DC Swimbay hasn't made it through AI check yet, but and there'll be lots of posts on my Facebook and Instagram reminding you of all these opportunities coming up. Any other questions? Then don't forget Wednesday night HellaBass live event. We are going to do all kinds of fun stuff, and for a $10 donation, we are going to give away the farm of opportunities. So make sure you are there for that. Otherwise, is there anything I didn't talk about? So I guess I could give you an update. So far, with the eBay auctions, we have raised almost $500. Things that have actually sold, not things that are openly bidding. I'm hoping we hit about $3,000 in eBay auctions. That's my goal. Like I said, you can help by bidding, you can help by sharing, you can help by liking the stream. Anything helps. You can help. Did we ever get Tacklecraft to 500 subscribers? We're still at, there was not 2 people of you that were not, you're saying none of you have not subscribed to Tacklecraft. He's still at 498, according to this. If you appreciate the cool stuff that Tacklecraft did and the awesome stuff, and you haven't even seen it all yet, and you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe to Tacklecraft on YouTube. And let's get him to 500 as a thank you. It's the least we can do. If you're watching the replay, if you're listening to the podcast, please go to Tacklecraft at YouTube and subscribe. We need to get him to 500. It's the least we can do for what he has, the work and sweat he has put in for the charity. I mean, somebody could build a burner account. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff. I'm trying to be conservative in my hopes. I think there is a chance that we could well exceed my goal. So I don't know. Any other questions? Let's see. Made some notes. I mean, thanks to Arsenal Fishing, Powerhouse Lithium. Uh, yeah, and obviously shout out to Tacklecraft and Horseshoe Custom and Bobby Balsa. And I'll get a fantasy fishing video hopefully out this weekend. We have Hartwell Fantasy Fishing next week. What else is going on? Yeah, Greg Hackney won an event today. Somebody won an invitational event on Smith Lake. I mean, I gotta never mind. um, but yeah, I'm excited. Strong finish here to hit our goal for St. Jude. Uh, you can follow him on Insta as well, Tom. I want to get him to 500 on uh, YouTube, but you can also follow him on Instagram at Tacklecraft as well, if that's your preferred. You can follow him on Facebook as well. Um, you can follow him anywhere; it would be appreciated. So right now we're at like, see, 2,500 plus about 300 because the eBay has not been added to this, and we definitely want to hit 6,000 plus. So that's kind of where we're trending. Um, and no, my daughter's athletic seasons literally never end. Sometimes they have like a 2-3 week hiatus, but no, they never end. Next weekend, I'm driving to Indianapolis for a soccer tournament. Uh, the weekend after the Jude, there's a hockey tournament. I think there's a game also coming up. Yeah, it never ends. Tom's at 499. There we go. Who wants to be 500? We're one away. Unfortunately, there's only 19 people watching tonight. Evidently, me talking about eBay and fundraising is not the chances are with only 19 people in here, everybody might be subscribed already. I do have slightly more than 500 subs, Rich. That is true. 16.4. We're not talking about me though. We're talking about getting Tacklecraft to 500. I mean, who doesn't want to listen to somebody ramble for hours, sometimes about fishing, sometimes about lures, and a lot of times about food and guitars? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of burners in that 16,000 for sure. So, if there's that many burners, we can get one more for TK. Oh, Fishing with Mikey says 500. And now he's going to go live on his YouTube channel on his private Patreon. And we're going to be able to tell him congrats on 500. So thank you, Fishing with Mikey J. Thank you for Tom Pavlot. Boom. Yeah, we talked about guitars. Yeah. So thank you everybody tonight. I'm going to sign off so I can get some eBay stuff, get my boat ready. Thanks everybody that hung out tonight. Thanks everybody that subscribed to TK. Oh, nice. You're 909 subs away from 1K. True. Trevor is doing some cool stuff. He's doing some fishing videos, some kayak stuff, some bait stuff. You can check out to Trevor as well. He's a channel member. He's part of the Visor Gang community. All right. I'm going to sign off, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you came in late, go back and check the replay. We'll talk about some of the stuff we're doing for St. Jude in the next week. All great stuff. Appreciate all the support. And I will flash up the Omnia code if anybody needs to save some money on fishing stuff, arsenal fishing, that kind of stuff. But yeah, watch the Instagram stories for some pre-spawn bass fishing on the Mississippi River tomorrow. All right, be good, everyone. Thank you.